Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So last time we started with the book of cleanliness, and we went through the social and spiritual objectives of Tahara. We also discussed the types of water that you get, and then Hayd, Nifas, Istihada, and today we'll just continue from where we left off. So today we'll start with the chapter of Wadi, Madhi and Mani. So these are now for the men. So we've done the awkward women stuff, now let's start with the awkward men stuff. Okay, so here we go. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Okay. So what are these, the Wadi, the Madhi and the Mani? Okay, they are classified as the fluids that flow from the sexual organs of a man, and they are divided into these three types. Okay, so the first one is Wadi. Okay, so there's certain characteristics to each fluid and to distinguish it from one another. Okay, so each fluid constitutes a certain degree of cleanliness that you need to undergo. So maybe just wudu, or then maybe ghusl becomes obligatory on you. Okay, so the first one, Wadi. What is it? It is a whitish fluid which is released from the body after urination, or when carrying heavy things, or when crouching with strain. It is najis, meaning it is impure, and comes out with the urine or after urinating, and it is considered as urine. Okay, so Wadi, it is impure, and if it comes out, it is considered as urine. So if it gets onto your clothes are dirty, and you need to put on new clothes in order, if you have to perform salah or anything like that. Okay, so the second one is Madhi. Okay, you see all of them rhyme. Okay, so the second one, Madhi. It is a sticky yellowish fluid which is released from the private organ at the time of sexual urge, or when a person is unable to have sexual intercourse and his urge subsides. It is also najis, it is also impure, and comes from the way of dirt. No purity is created from it, and it is considered as urine. So Madhi, where is yellowish, where Wadi is whitish. Okay, that's the one, this difference between them. And the other is Wadi comes out after urinating or when carrying a heavy object with under strain, and Madhi comes out when your sexual urge subsides, or basically when your sexual urge subsides. So it's a yellowish fluid, and it is also considered as dirty, impure, and urine. So if that comes onto your clothes as well, you have to change your clothes if you want to perform salah or anything like that. Okay, so the third one is Mani, and this is the sperm of a man, and it is considered as clean. Okay, so people are created from it. The characteristics of it are: it smells like the white of an egg when it is dry, and it smells like freshly kneaded dough when it is wet. That's the first two characteristics. And then because it is tahir, it is clean, you can wipe it or rub it off of the clothes, but it is sunnah to wash it. Okay, so it's clean. So if this comes onto your clothes, you can just wipe it off and you can perform salah, no problem. Okay, but it says it is sunnah to wash it, so better safe, better sunnah than sorry. Let's go. Okay, now we're going to look at the different degrees of impurity based on a few of these characteristics. Okay, so the first one that we're going to be looking at is Hadath Akbar, meaning the big impurity. Okay, so what is Hadath Akbar? It is that impurity that comes onto the body which is caused by the person doing something, and it necessitates ghusl. For example, sexual intercourse, ihtilam, which is a wet dream, and etc. Okay, so the things that makes ghusl wajib. So these Hadath Akbar are the things which makes ghusl wajib on you. Okay, the first one that we have is janaba, which is after sexual intercourse, ghusl becomes wajib for both male and female. With the mere insertion of the tip of the male private part in sex, even though no semen has been ejaculated, ghusl becomes wajib. Okay, the second one is inzal, which is after the discharge of semen by the male or female sex, or wet dreams, or imagination, or own movements, or by itself. Okay, so that's ejaculation makes ghusl compulsory. The third one is hayd. All the girls know when the flow of blood after the monthly menses has stopped. So then you have to perform ghusl before you can continue with your salah, with your fasting, or whatever other ibadah you have to perform. Okay. The fourth one is nifas, as we've previously mentioned, which is the blood, the flow of blood after having given birth. Okay. So when that has stopped, you first need to perform ghusl to come back into a state of tahara and go from there. And the fifth one is when you die, death, when a person has passed away. So when a family member or someone that you know, you always see as soon as they pass away, they perform a ghusl on the here in Cape Town call it the mayat, and then we use some camphor and some fragrant oils and stuff like that. That's the fifth fifth category of what is considered Hanafi Akbar. Okay, so anyone that has passed away, you have to perform a ghusl on him. Okay. Now we're going to look at the fard of ghusl, the faraid of ghusl. Okay, so as like all the other things in Islam and in Fiqh, the first one is also always the niyyah, so your intention. So you can't go into the shower and then just stand in the shower to take a shower without having the intention of making ghusl. That just standing on the shower will not constitute a ghusl, and it will, even though your body may be clean, you may smell like axe or whatever afterwards, you still have to have that intention to make ghusl. Okay, and in the niyyah, okay, we've got a question.
Is it necessary to say the intention, or can you just like think it? Or
I think the saying of intention, as with many other things, all the other texts, all of that, is just to remind you. So like sometimes you perform salah, and if you forget to say the intention, you're like Allahu Akbar. Oh yeah, what salah am I making now? Is it Dhuhr or Asr? But like when you say the intention before, it's like you know, okay, I wait to sorry for salah Dhuhr. We'll make Dhuhr now, and that's in your mind already, so it prevents that doubt afterwards. But I think the least you can, the smallest intention that you can make is in your mind, knowing in your mind, in your heart, I am going to perform ghusl now. Because sometimes you may forget to say it, but you do remember it, and you do subconsciously or like consciously know, say it in your mind, or like have that intention. Okay, I'm going to perform the shower so that I can perform ghusls, to perform ghusl. Okay, to attain tahara. Okay. So the niyyah for the fard ghusl goes as follows. This is in Arabic. Okay. نويت رفع الحدث الأكبر عن جميع البدن فرضا علي لله تعالى. Okay. I'm going to try and translate this. It means نويت. I make intention رفع الحدث الأكبر, to remove the hadath akbar, the big impurity, an jami' al-badani, that from my body, from my entire body, fardan, fard ghusl, alayya, for, alayya, lillahi ta'ala, only for Allah, subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? That's a rough translation. Okay? The second faraid of ghusl is to wash the whole body. So every single part of your body has to be wet. If you have thick hair, make sure that the water goes all the way to your scalp. If you have a beard, like the water goes all the way under the beard, onto the face, under the arms, in between the legs, everywhere. Every single place has to be wet with water. Okay, so that you always have to take care of that. The third one is to remove all dirt from the body, for example, paint, grease, etc. So if you're a mechanic, your hands are full of paint, or no, a mechanic doesn't work with paint. A spray painter works with paint, or painter works with paint. If you're a mechanic, you're working with oil. So oil and water doesn't mix. So oil is on you, and you're rubbing just with water. The oil isn't just going to come off. So the water isn't going to physically like touch your skin. there's going to be that oil layer, and then the water just going to flow all over on top of that. So you need to remove everything. That's why nail polish. I know these days they say you get this halal nail polish which is porous or stuff like that, which actually not. They've done some studies and it's actually not as porous as it seems. Okay, so that's one of the reasons why nail polish is not permissible in Islam, because when you're making wudu, the water does not get onto your fingernails and stuff, and the water has to go everywhere. So even for ghusl, the water has to go everywhere. So if nail polish on, or like oil, you have to take that off in order to perform a proper fard ghusl and obtain proper tahara. Okay, so let me just recap the faraid. The first one is the niyyah, so your intention, whether it be said out loud or knowing it by heart, say in your head, in your heart. Second one is to wash your whole body, so the entire body has to be wet with water. And the third one is to remove all the dirt from the body. Okay? Now we're going to go through how to perform ghusl. There's a sunnah way to perform ghusl. Okay? Firstly, you wash your whole body with soap and water. Okay? Normal shower, everyone takes. Or bath, whatever. Secondly, remove all dirt, pain, for example, painkillers, etc. from the body. And then you need the niyyah. So now you're starting. You've cleaned your body, all the dirt is off your body, now you need your niyyah. Now, then you take the clean water and throw it over your head 3 times. Okay? So this is based on if you're washing out of a jug, out of a bucket with a jug. Okay? Like in the shower, like you just step back and then like put your head under the faucet, the towel, the water coming down. So do that 3 times. Similar to wudu. Wash your hands 3 times, mouth 3 times, nose 3 times, face 3 times, 3 times. Okay? They say in probability, the magic number is 3, eh? The standard deviations. So it's like, I think 99.9% you'll find while your data be in that bell curve, 99.9% I think will be found within 3 standard deviations of the mean. Okay? So when we do 3 times, 99.9% of the germs is removed. Okay? Okay, no. That's not scientifically proven. Alright, let's continue. Okay, so we said you throw water, or you take clean water, clean water and throw it over your head 3 times. Then you take clean water and throw it over the front of your right shoulder 3 times. Okay, so head 3 times, right shoulder 3 times. Then you take clean water and throw it over the back of your right shoulder 3 times. So head, front right shoulder, back right shoulder. Now we go to our left right shoulder. 3 times front left shoulder, 3 times on the back of your left shoulder. Then throw it over the entire body 3 times. And then you need dua. So any dua. Then you don't specify. Okay, yeah, easy dua. Okay. So let's just recap that. First you wash your whole body, remove all the dirt, lead your niyyah. Throw water over the head 3 times, water over the front of the right shoulder, water over the back of the right shoulder, water over the front of the left shoulder, water over the back of the left shoulder, and the entire body, all of them 3 times. Then you read the dua. Okay? So here they say, remember that every hair must get wet. When you are finished with ghusl, the following dua must be read. This is the same dua that you read after wudu. You read this after wudu as well. Okay, so the dua goes, Allahumma ja'alni min al-tawwabina waj'alni min al-mutatahhirina waj'alni min ibadika salihin. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Okay, I'm not going to translate that now. It's a bit long. Okay, you see?
What does
Yes, yes, look.
what does the tawabina mean?
Tawbah. I'm assuming. Tawbah. So in Arabic, like you get like root letters for a word, and then there'll be like differentiation of that word, and but like they all come down to the root, so it will be like derivatives of that word, kind of. I don't have an English example at the moment, but yeah. Okay, so basically that means I'm asked from Allah for Tawbah, also in Mutafahirin. I'm not going to go through that. Okay, so the manner, now we've done the ghusl. Okay, so now we're going to go how to use the bathroom, how to use the toilet. Okay, because all of these stuff the Prophet ﷺ has taught us from when you wake up, what you do in your day, how you behave, how you carry yourself throughout the day, how you go to the bathroom, how you eat, how you intermingle with other people, how you care for animals, how you care for the environment. All of this has been taught to us by our Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. He is the perfect guide, perfect example, and we have to strive and emulate him to our best extent, inshallah. Okay, so now we're going to look at how to use the toilet. Okay, so the first one is you read the dua to go into the toilet. Okay, the dua goes as follows: Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-khubuthi wal khaba'ith min ash-shaytan rajim. Basically means, oh Allah, I seek from you protection from the khubuth and khaba'ith, male and the female jinn. Okay? I mean, now to translate the last part, basically, you are the strongest, I think. Yeah, but that's just enough translation again. Okay, so then, after having read the dua, because you can't read the dua in the toilet, remember? The toilet is a dirty place, you're not going to be saying Allahumma in the toilet. Okay, so before you enter the toilet. Now, you enter the toilet, but with your left foot. Okay? Then you sit and you leave yourself. It is makruh to stand for the guys. Kandala guys, don't use this other stuff. I don't know what you call them. It's makruh to stand. Makruh means basically it is disliked. It's not haram, but it's disliked. Because when you stand with that, what does it look like? I don't know what it is. Yeah, like something. The chances of the urine splashing back onto you, onto your clothes, and then your salah not being accepted or not being valid due to you having najis clothes, impure clothes, are very great when you use those stand, or when you just leave yourself, even if it's a normal toilet, the chance of the backsplash of the urine is very high. Okay, so that's why it's makruh, so it's disliked. Okay, so they say you make istinja, meaning you clean yourself with your left hand first at the front, then at the back. After having you leave yourself, clean yourself properly, and making sure that nothing dirty got onto your clothes. You come out of the toilet, but now with your right foot. So you went in with your left foot, you come out with your right foot. Now you're outside of the toilet and you read the dua for exiting the toilet, which is غفرانك الحمد لله الذي أذهب عني الأذى وعافاني. Okay? All of this, I'm pretty sure like our mothers taught us this, and like the dua before you go to sleep and all of that. But yeah, please help to us, and we will try and put up electronic copy, a PDF copy on our website. You can have a look at these du'as. Okay, if you don't know them. Okay. Now we're going to look at the niyat of the sunnah ghusl. Okay. The niyat for the ghusl of Jummah. So we already done the fard ghusl. Now we've got sunnah ghusls which we can perform. So similar to when we have fard salah, now we've got sunnah salah, now we've got fard ghusl, sunnah ghusls. Okay? So what sunnah ghusl basically is ghusls which the Prophet ﷺ he performed. And like I said, we should try and emulate him. Okay? Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Okay, the first one is the ghusl for Jumu'ah. Okay? The niyyah goes as follows: Nawaitu an aghtasila li yawm al-jumu'ati sunnatan lillahi ta'ala. Okay, again, nawaitu an aghtasila liyawm al-jumu'ati sunnata lillahi ta'ala. Okay, that's for the niyyah for sunnah ghusl for Jumu'ah. The second instance of sunnah ghusl that you can perform is for Eid al-Fitr. Okay, in Cape Town, you know it as Labaram, Ramadan. Okay, which is the niyyah is similar to the one for Jumu'ah, just a word that's changed. Okay, so it goes nawaitu an aghtasila li'Eid al-Fitri sunnatan lillahi ta'ala. Then we have the niyyah for, similarly for Eid al-Adha, which is Labaran Hajj, as we know it in Cape Town, which goes similarly again, nawaitu an aghtasila li'Eid al-Adha sunnatan lillahi ta'ala. And then we've got the final one is for the coming of the month of Ramadan. We've got nawaitu an aghtasila li shahri Ramadana sunnatan lillahi ta'ala. So those are the 4 instances where we are allowed to perform sunnah ghusl, or not allowed. We are, like I said, we are encouraged. Yes, we are encouraged to perform sunnah ghusl. And remember, you do get the reward for sunnah ghusl and for fard ghusl and any other form of ibadah that you do. Okay, so like we said, for wudu, when you perform wudu, some of the scholars say as you perform wudu, all the sins that you committed with your hands or with your arms or with that respective limb, as you perform wudu, the minor sins get washed away. So for ghusl, I'm pretty sure some of your sins get washed away as well. Okay, so the further you get the water, the more sins get dropped. Okay. Now we're going to look at the hadathi azghar, which means the small impurity. We looked at the large, the big impurity. Now we're going to look at the small impurity and how to remove that. Okay. So hadathi azghar is that impurity which comes onto the body and can be removed through wudu. Okay, that's the main difference. So for hadathi akbar, we have to perform ghusl. For hadathi asghar, we perform wudu, and that's sufficient. Okay, when the wudu breaks, then there is a small hadath on the body, and another wudu has to be made to read Quran, to make salah, and to tawaf. Okay. Some people are quite miraculous. They keep their wudu for like a week. I think it's a pill you buy, they sell it somewhere. I don't know what the price is, but yeah, that it is out there. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Okay? So, let's look at the things which break the wudu, which are all just quite basic stuff. Okay? The first one is when something leaves the private parts in front or at the back. So when you go to the toilet and relieve yourself, will be number 1 and number 2. Okay. The second one is when your skin touches the skin of a strange person from the opposite sex, which means a person whom you can marry. In the case of a man, as for his mother, sister, aunt, daughter, grandmother, they won't break his wudu. His wife and his sister-in-law breaks his wudu. Okay. The topic of your wife breaking your wudu is like vastly discussed and between the ulama, but according to Imam Shafi and according to the Tuhfatul Ikhwan, which is the book that we're following, your wife does break your wudu and your sister-in-law. Okay, so let's just go over who breaks your wudu. So for a man, anyone of the opposite sex, or for a woman, anyone of the opposite sex who you can marry can break your wudu. So for a man, his mother, his sister, his aunt, his daughter, his grandmother, they won't break his wudu. He can touch them, he can greet them, he can hug them. That does not break his wudu. For a woman, a father, brother, uncle, oppa, all that. Okay? Only if it's a stranger. So like you're working in whatever. You're working at Pick n Pay, or you go buy groceries and you're giving someone money, and by accident your hand brushes their hand as you're handing over in the exchange of money. But in that case your wudu will break because they are a strange person, and you are allowed to marry them. Okay? So that's the first two instances that breaks the wudu. The third one is when you touch your private parts, front or back, with the palm inside of your hand. Okay? So sometimes they say, you're not sure if you have wudu or not. Then like, to be sure, you break your wudu yourself. Because like, you can't make a wudu, and you already have wudu, but you're not sure about this wudu, and then make another wudu. So this is like a far wudu, and then you go make a sunnah wudu, but you can't make salah with a sunnah wudu. Let's put it like that. So when you're really confused, when you're really unsure of whether you have wudu or not, and you just want to be safe rather than sorry, or sunnah rather than sorry, you break your wudu yourself. So you just touch with the palm of your hand, meaning the inside, this part of your hand, and that breaks your wudu. And then when you perform wudu, you are 100% sure that you do have wudu. Okay, we've got a question.
Where do you touch your palm? Okay.
Or your private parts, front to back.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, so we said when you need to break wudu, we can just touch, when you're unsure, just touch your own private parts, front to back, with the palm, meaning the inside of your hand. When your wudu breaks, then thereafter make your wudu, you're 100% sure that your wudu, you've got wudu, and then go ahead with your ibadahs, which means salat, tawaf, or whatever. Just to clarify, the what breaks your wudu for the opposite sex is only the skin. So the hair, if you touch someone's hair, it doesn't constitute breaking the wudu, doesn't break the wudu, or the fingernails, that doesn't. So only the skin, so skin to skin. Okay? I think we've got a question there as well.
So Sam, now you have wudu, but you know you have wudu, but you'd like to take fresh wudu, just out of personal preferences. Maybe you have time or something. Can you do that, or
I think first break it and then
first break it?
yeah. If you want to be fresh, like first break it and then. Because I know some people, then they could do like for all the salahs who are once like 5 wudus. And then if one breaks, they've still got 4. I don't know people who do that. I'm just giving scenarios, okay?
Can I ask the question? I know some people who when they wash their hands 3 times, right?
Yes.
They think that has not been accepted. Then they actually waste more water than actually, you know what I mean? So some people they take wudu, then they think they subconsciously think that maybe wudu has not been accepted. Then they take again, but in actual fact they're wasting a lot of water in the process. Is that discussed maybe later in this?
I don't think so. But like why would they think like their wudu wasn't accepted? I think like what happens to me sometimes, I'm like, in wudu there's fouls in wudu, so like the hands, the face, the arms, like that, and then there are sunnahs in wudu, which is I think the mouth, the nose, the forehead, and so there are fouls that you do in wudu, there are sunnahs that are part of wudu, the way we make it. So you can't leave out the fouls of wudu, so you can't leave the hands, the face, the arms, the feet, I think those are the fouls. You can't leave those out. But if you by accident, just by, sometimes what happens to me a lot is hands, mouth, face, I forget the nose. Or hands, mouth, face, nose, forget the mouth. Like that. So when you forget the sunnah, your wudu is still correct, but you can't leave out a foul part of the wudu.
But I think what I'm trying to say is that they feel I think these people might get too technical. They might think that the water doesn't go over their hand properly, or doesn't reach the bottom of their elbows properly, and then they actually turn the taps on fast.
Okay.
To make sure that it splashes like crazy on
Yes, no. Like there's a sunnah way of making wudu, like how you how you take the water into your hands, how you rub the water over. That's what Prophet ﷺ teaches us. You take water and you rub your arm till your elbows, you rub. So you use as little water as possible. Because the hadith goes something perfect that Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, don't waste water even if you are at a running stream. So that counts for wudu, that counts for ghusl, whatever. So try and use water sparingly and follow the sunnah and you'll be fine. So rub and make sure that you rub all the way to your elbows, your face, take water and you rub everywhere, every nook and cranny, make sure that you get the water everywhere. Okay? And yeah. So the last thing that breaks your wudu is when you fall asleep. Okay? So when you fall asleep, under that there falls categories as well. The one that breaks your wudu is when I'm sitting like this and more of your body weight is rested against the wall than what is rested on the floor. Then your wudu is considered broken, or if you're laying down and sleeping. Okay? But if I'm sitting forward, not against the wall, like I know sometimes during Jummah Salah, when the khutbah isn't too enticing or we just had a very long day, we tend to doze off, like just and we're back. That does not break wudu because now all your body weight is centered onto the floor. Okay? And then if you sit in such a way that you know like air can't escape, like it won't escape from by itself, or like if you're driving in a car and you're traveling far, you're sitting and then you fall asleep, and you know that you sat in such a way that if air would not escape, most probably would not escape, then you give yourself the benefit of the doubt that air did not escape, and then you still have wudu. But if you lay down and sleep, or if you lay against the wall and sleep like that, your wudu will then break. Okay, but away from the wall, just sitting, and you doze off, your wudu remains intact. Okay, so that gets quite a bit technical. So they are like branched out into categories of its own. Okay, I think we've got a question.
So even if you sleep like for maybe 10 minutes, then your wudu is broken.
I'm not sure about the duration, like of how long you can sleep with wudu. I think 10 minutes should be fine, but we can just confirm if there is a maximum duration that you can sleep and wake up and still have wudu. We just have to confirm that. Okay.
And also the part that you mentioned about air not escaping, like
Yes.
I don't quite
That is
understand
like farting.
Oh,
Okay. Okay, do you have a question? Another question? Okay. Okay, so just an extra, they say, when a person vomits or blood is coming from a wound, that won't break your wudu. So if you vomit or you get cut, that doesn't break your wudu. Okay? Okay. We can go through. What do I have left? If you guys think we should do the wudu and then I think there should be like nice on its own, the wudu and the tayammum and all that together. I think we can stop there for today. Okay. Is it? We started a bit late, so I think we can stop there for today. Like next week we get on, and then we explain how, like we were saying, how you make wudu, like make sure the water gets all the way to your elbows, and
we do maybe a video in the wudu area on how to take wudu.
next week.
Next week, inshallah.
Yes.
So we can show the viewers how to take wudu without wasting water.
Tashrik is going to start in our video. Okay.
That concludes our second Madrassa class on the Fiqh. Yes, and we'll continue next week with the third, inshallah, with the third lecture. We will be discussing
how to make wudu,
and to take
the miswak and also
the miswak.
the khuf. Okay.
Alright.
Okay, so shukran to everyone that came today. Shukran if you are watching, shukran for watching. We hope that you learned something new. And if I have made mistakes in what I said or translated incorrectly, please forgive me and please let me know. We'll try and fix that. And if you've got any questions, you can just comment and we'll take to that shortly, inshallah.
There is a Facebook group under the Islamic Society of the University of Stellenbosch for Madrassa specifically, and you can post any of your comments there and any questions that you would like to ask. Besides the Fiqh classes that we also have classes on a Monday, and the Monday classes talk about understanding the Quran. They occur in our JK after the Dhuhr Salah from 1:20 to 1:45. And we would like to see you there also. Please do note that at Stellenbosch University this Tuesday will be a Monday timetable. So inshallah, I think we're going to continue the understanding of the Quran Madrassa class on Tuesday instead of Monday because it's a Monday timetable. So subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Yo, Muslim.